Cosmic Mind UV, second show of the day. The obesity rates in the melanin, indigenous, and black community. We're going to come back. We're going to go through what we got. And then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to make it hot. Cosmic Mind UV is where you need to be. Let me go share. Y'all relax, enjoy the beat, get your notes out. You know what I mean? Get yourself comfortable, get your copper cups ready. Get your, refreshments and all that, You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do a little listening party or whatever, make sure you share this whenever you hear it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the videos on YouTube, please. I need that movement. Make sure you share the videos through YouTube, please. I need that movement. Make sure you subscribe. I need that movement. And make sure you donate. We'll be back. Black women experiencing notably higher prevalence than black men, according to data from the Centers of Disease Control, CC, for the 2015 to 2018, approximately 55.9 of black women aged 20 and older were classified as obese, compared to 29.9 of black American men. These figures underscore the pronounced gender disparity and obesity prevalence within the Black community, highlighting the need for targeted public health interventions that address the specific changes faced by Black women. The obesity problem in the Black community is driven by a combination of historical, social, economic, and cultural factors. Here are some of the major contributors: food deserts and limited access to healthy foods. Many Black communities, particularly in urban and low-income areas, lack access to affordable, healthy food options. These quote-unquote food deserts make it easier to buy processed, high-calorie foods than fresh fruits and vegetables. And then you still got to watch out for those. You got to go to farmers markets. Go to farmers markets, preferably, to get your veggies and your fruits and things. Economic or economic disparities. Lower income levels among Black families often mean limited access to quality gym memberships, and healthcare. Healthier food options tend to be more expensive, leading people to opt for cheaper, calorie-dense fast foods. Well, you still got to start growing your own gardens. Grandma, granddaddy, aunties, uncles, all y'all, start growing your own fucking gardens in your backyard. I told you, do block gardens. I gotta do a show about that too. Oh, where my pen go? I'll find it. Okay. Cultural dietary traditions. Traditional Black diets influenced by soul food and Southern cuisine often include high fat, high sodium, and high fried foods. While delicious, these foods contribute to obesity when not balanced with healthier choices. So that means the holidays when you eat all that bullshit, the cookouts when you eat all that bullshit, whatever other reasons and events and festivals and festive moments that y'all make up to eat that, stuff that's going, that's what we have to talk about, the generational curses of the high blood pressure and shit like that, and then these fucked up ass eating habits and these events and activities throughout the year that people make excuses for the reason why they want to keep, healthy, not eating healthy. Then they'll say it's too expensive, but then like I said, you gonna pay now or you gonna pay later. So either pay now a little bit more in the grocery store, farmers market, or pay later with the doctor bills and shit. So stress and mental health factors, racism and systematic oppression, and economic struggles create chronic stress, which can lead to unhealthy eating habits. Yeah, some people eat because of their mood. Some people eat unhealthy because they're happy. Some people eat unhealthy because they're sad. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you got to eat things that guilt-free eating, which can lead to unhealthy eating habits and emotional eating. Got to do a show on that one too. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, you see this? Make sure you share it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you share it. Why? Make sure you share it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. And emotional eating as coping mechanisms. So a lot of people do that. They make up a reason to eat fucked up foods or do shit to themselves as a coping mechanism. We know a lot of people like that. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Some of them is drinking or a combination. Lack of safe spaces for exercise. Many black neighborhoods lack safe, accessible spaces for physical activity. Concerns about crime, poor infrastructure, and limited recreational facilities discourage outdoor exercise. Go walking, walk a bridge, start walking. Just walk. You know what I mean? Simply walk. You know what I mean? It's a lot of elders or different, age groups of people or whatever have you. They just walk. Do your walking. Do your power walking. You see what I'm saying? Targeted marketing of unhealthy foods. And you can always do calisthenics. You can do calisthenics anywhere. It doesn't matter where the hell you are. You feel me? You don't need a lot of space for calisthenics either. Targeted marketing of unhealthy foods. Fast food and sugary drink companies aggressively market unhealthy products to the black communities, leading to higher consumption of junk foods. Got to just be more disciplined. It's all about choice at this point, man. Mistrust in the healthcare system due to historical mistreatment in medical settings. Some black individuals seeking healthcare advice, which includes guidance on nutrition and weight management. So mistrust. So they're giving them the wrong data. That's what a lot of elders, they're going to these doctors and shit. They just make it, again, they're not in the business to make you better. They're not in the business to make you well. That means hospitals will close down. Doctors would be out of business. Do you see what I'm saying? Physicians would be out of business. You overdig me. They have to keep you coming back. They're your mama, they're your daddy, they're your nigga in the alley, they're your brother, can't you see? Your main boy, you agree, they're your pusher. You feel me? It's their job to to not cure the problem. They want to treat the problem. Generational habits and lack of nutritional educational knowledge. Unhealthy eating habits are often passed down through generations. A lack of proper nutrition education means nutrition and knowledge or education means many families continue habits that contribute to obesity. High rates of food insecurity. Black households experience high rates of food insecurity, leading to inconsistent access to food. This can result in cycles of overeating when food is available, which contributes to obesity. Solutions: expanding access to affordable, nutritious foods in black communities. Create food banks as well, or find out where your food banks are and just create nutritional, healthy food banks. But then you got to look at the ingredients and stuff. Read the ingredients in stuff. Read the ingredients. If you don't know what a word is, don't know how to pronounce it, type it into your phone and look it up. You feel me? Encouraging culturally relevant health education and or knowledge programs. Creating safe and accessible exercise opportunities. Like I said, calisthenics and walking. Start with the basics. YMCAs, rec centers. I mean, it just, just figure it out. You know what I mean? A lot of places have assistance as far as transportation, all that stuff to get you back and forth from the YMCA or whatever. Addressing systemic economic and healthcare disparities. Promoting healthier versions of traditional black cuisine. By tackling these root causes, the black community can work towards an overall towards better overall health and lower obesity rates. Let's see. Overview of obesity rates in the black youth in black youth. Obesity rates in black youth in the United States is a growing concern, with rates higher than those of other racial ethnic groups. According to the CDC, 2017 to 2020, 24.8 of young youth black children and adolescents 2 to 19 were classified as obese. Among girls, the rates were even higher. Among girls, the rates were even higher at 30.8. So this is what I'm saying. It's a trickle down effect when it's single motherhood and you're doing those, you're eating because you're sad or whatever. That stuff trickle down to your daughters and your starseeds and your children and the sons too. You feel me? So you got to be careful. You feel me? So the boys, the young youth males, black males are at 24.8, and then the young youth girl, and this is from 2 to 19. I mean, all the way to fucking 2. Can you imagine that shit? Obese at 2 fucking years old. But anyway, and the young melanated girls or whatever have you 30.8 factors contributing to high obesity rates. Food insecurity, food deserts. We talked about that. Economic, but you have to make a decision to go to healthier choices of places. You know what I mean? You don't just keep settling for just going to McDonald's, going to the corner store, going to the bodega. You see what I'm saying? Going to the 7-Eleven to get food, shit like that. I mean, economic barriers. And even when I see a lot of people in the grocery store, y'all don't be reading this stuff. A lot of y'all just go pick up stuff and just grab something. You know what I mean? Don't read shit that's in there. Economic barriers. Families with lower income may have limited access to healthy foods, extracurricular sports, or recreational activities. Cultural dietary patterns. Traditional diets, while rich in flavor, often include high amounts of fried foods, sugar, and sodium. Lack of safe space for exercise. Like I said, do your calisthenics. Screen time and sedentary lifestyles. Increased use of technology has contributed to the reduce of physical activity among children. Increased use of technology targeted at advertising of junk food. That's why people, if you're watching a bunch of that, tell lies to your vision. That's why it's called tell lies to your vision. And if you watching a bunch of that shit, then yes, that's why I say you shouldn't be mad at something that you know is there, but then you look at it and partake in it and watch it anyway. Then you mad at it being there when you know this is what it is. This is what the setup is. Targeted advertising of junk food, fast food companies disproportionately market unhealthy foods to black children. Stress and mental health, socioeconomic challenges, and racial stress can lead to emotional eating. Yeah, we're gonna do part 1 of that. And poor dietary habits. Health consequences of obesity in black youth: increased risk of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease at a young age. Higher likelihood of obesity and in adulthood, and associated with chronic diseases. And then a lot of people don't lead. A lot of parents, handlers, whoever, y'all don't lead by example. A lot of y'all eat a lot of bullshit and you feed it to your children. And then of course they're gonna ask you, why do I gotta eat something different than you eating? You see what I'm saying? A lot of the elders, and it's a trickle down effect. The elders, the parents, the associates, the acquaintances, the adult handlers, whatever. A lot of y'all, and I mean, it is what it is. You know who you are. Like, let's stop bullshitting and playing around with it. A lot of y'all eat sloppy ass shit and you feed it to your children, and then you trying to figure out what's wrong with it, why they full of mucus, why they got this, and why they diagnosed with that, why they having breathing problems. Yeah, because you feed them a bunch of bullshit, processed, GMO, sugary, high diabetes, shit that's gonna have their body inflamed and put their body at a dis-ease. So yeah, absolutely. Higher likelihood of obesity in adulthood and associated with chronic diseases. Negative impact on mental health, including low self-esteem and increased risk of depression. Potential solutions and interventions: expanding access to healthy food, and get the youth, get that shit. If they want to do something, start a garden program for the youth. Start a gardening program for the youth, whether it's in the rec center program, whether it's in these damn schools, or just start it amongst neighbors. Just say, hey, you got a child, I got a child, they got a child, we gonna start a motherfucking youth garden. Expanding access to school and community-based health education, focusing on nutrition and exercise, encouraging physical activity through safe recreational spaces and affordable sports programs. Also, let the children have fucking recess. Back in my days, we had goddamn recess. Let they ass go outside. Start having classes outside. When it's beautiful days or something, let them do class outside. Get your ass outside in the fresh air. Let them run. You saving the parents' headache. when the parents pick them up in the evening. Like, let them run some of that goddamn sugar and energy and processed foods and shit y'all gonna feed them. You know what I mean? Feed them all day. You feel me? Encouraging policy changes to regulate fast food marketing to children and improve food options in schools. Family, I'm all for homeschooling. We got to do that too. We got to do a thing on homeschooling. I think I put that down already, but I'm put it down just in case again. All right. Family and cultural shifts toward incorporating healthier versions of traditional foods. Tackling obesity in Black youth requires a multifaceted approach, addressing both systemic or systematic inequalities and individual lifestyle habits to create a healthier future for the next generation. Start looking at moms or people that have vegan or plant-based children. Just check out the differences. And oh, my children love sweets. It's always an alternative. You got agave if they want honey. You have cinnamon. You have brown sugar. You see what I'm saying? You have different alternatives. And it'll be just healthier for them. If you have smoothies, you know what I'm saying, start having your children gonna love the goddamn smoothies as long as you make them right. You see what I'm saying? You gotta find healthier alternatives. They have sweets, they have everything plant-based, holistic, vegan that is an alternative. Is no more excuses. Okay, general impact of obesity in the Black community. Obesity has had long-term multi-generational effects on the Black community, impacting health, economics, culture, and overall well-being. The cycle of obesity is not just about weight gain. It is deeply tied to historical oppression, systematic inequalities, and cultural habits passed down through generations. Increased rates of chronic illness. Obesity has led to higher rates of diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and stroke, which disparingly affect Black families. That's why I be saying all this, I can cook, man. You know how many women be yelling that shit, grandmas, nanas and shit, and that shit is putting motherfuckers in the grave. You hear me? Even my earth moms, I be telling her she having problems with her vision because she eats so much fucking sugar. And motherfuckers, look, the parasites be taking over, will take over these people's vessels, man. You feel me? And the parasites will just take over. You know what I mean? They'll take over their brain, thinking, behavior, all of that. We gotta do that too. All right. Many Black children grow up in households where multiple family members suffer from chronic illnesses. We definitely know and see that. That's a simple observation. You don't need stats for that. That's simple observation. It's in a lot of your families. You feel me? Normalizing poor health outcomes. These diseases reduce life expectancy, meaning Black children or young youth children, Black children lose parents and elders prematurely, disrupting generational wisdom and stability. Economic strain on families. Medical expenses and for obesity rates conditions are a financial burden. That's why I say you gonna pay now or you gonna pay later. Oh man, I gotta pay $2 extra for vegetables or so. Man, hey, which one is more expensive? Them doctor bills and them funeral bills and all that bullshit, or just paying a couple of little extra dollars or extra cents? You feel me? Oh, and check out HelloFresh. Order HelloFresh, get you a membership. If you the type of person say, man, I know I'm not gonna have the discipline. I know I'm not gonna at least in the beginning starting out. Order through HelloFresh. Get you a membership, and that shit will be shipped to you. Fresh veggies all the time, like clockwork. Then that way you don't have to do no work. They'll do all the work for you. You feel me? Yeah, it'll be delivered to your door. Limiting opportunities for wealth building. It says medical expenses for obesity Obesity related conditions are a financial burden. So it's too expensive. That shit it sounds so fucking stupid. However, there's parasite talk. When there's an invasion of parasites. Missed work days due to health issues. Oh, we didn't even go over that. Missed work days due to health issues or lack of great performance on the job. Reduce income potential and keep many black families in cycles of poverty. Fast food and processed food consumption are cheaper short term but lead to long term health care costs. Normalization of unhealthy lifestyles. Generations grow up consuming. Y'all keep talking about generational wealth, generational curses. What about the obesity rates, the unhealthy eating habits, all of it? And like I said, y'all are gift wrapping into the holidays, and this is the reason why. Okay, oh man. Every fucking year too. Every single year. And not just the holidays. Every day. You know what I mean? Every day. That's why a lot of people walking around fat with fupas. Like I tell you, ladies, stop talking about that fupa shit. That ain't nothing but shit in your stomach. When somebody's overweight, they are more than likely constipated. They are having problems detoxing their body. How many other times you eat per day? You're supposed to have a detox that many times. So you eat 3 times, you're supposed to have 3 detoxes. So if you're eating and you're not having a detox, a dump, taking a dump, whatever you want to call it, a detox of your bodily, bowels, then that means what? The shit is just going back up and back up and back up. And yes, you're going to have problems. Those. And especially if you don't have a balanced diet. Food is often used as comfort and celebration in the black community, reinforcing emotional eating. And we're going to do a show about that. Mental health and self-esteem issues. Obesity can lead to lower self-esteem, depression, and anxiety, especially in black youth. Young people may experience bullying or discrimination due to weight, affecting their confidence and social development. A lack of body positivity representation reinforces harmful beauty standards, such as the Lizzo chick. Then she want to go vegan and get healthy. That's what I'm saying. You gotta really watch the narratives and stuff that you allow your children to consume and be a part of. And like I said, the commercials and the bullshit and that's why it's called Tell Lies to Your Vision. Tell lie vision. You know what I mean? A lack of leading to some to accept obesity as inevitable rather than preventable. Generational impact on black women and maternal health. How obesity rates in black women have led to high risk pregnancy complications. Then you have that. You see what I'm saying? Okay, but yeah, high risk pregnancies or complications such as gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, and maternal mortality. Children born to obese mothers are at higher risk. Children born to obese mothers are at higher risk of childhood obesity, continuing the cycle. So talk about some fucking, you don't need to be fucking until you get your body together. Talk about, oh, he vegan or this person is whatever, why we aren't able to have sex or do nothing, because our bodies is nowhere near the same. And then if our bodies aren't the same, it's not going to produce nothing healthy. You see what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it's a lot of toxic and acidic people and infested parasitic people, having sexual relations on the regular with each other and passing that shit back and forth to each other. And then when they're thinking, They're undisciplined, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to dating. That's why I'm having a lot of problems with a lot of, as far as being single with the women, because a lot of women have nasty ass eating habits, and they aren't gonna allow you to guide them to a healthier space. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, even some of my homeboys is, hey man, the shit is some sad shit. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, people want you to feel fake ass sympathy for them down the fucking road when you've been there the whole time, saying, and been the example. And been the example of it. And they still do what the fuck they want to do. That means people playing in your face. So yeah, look. Shortened life expectancy and reduced community growth. Obesity related illnesses have cut lives short, preventing elders from passing down traditions, knowledge, and guidance. And I'm talking about the conscious community too, y'all motherfuckers too. You feel me? Don't think I'm not talking, because some of y'all got the unks and all that, but y'all still eat a bunch of low vibrational slop ass shit. That shit is insane, man. And then y'all will talk about the preachers and shit. A community with chronic high health issues struggles to thrive economically, socially, and politically, breaking the cycle. To combat the generational obesity in black community, the black community must reclaim food sovereignty, by supporting black-owned farmers and markets. I did a show about black farmers. Go check that out. Improve community access to health, knowledge or education, and fitness programs. Again, start doing calisthenics. If you got stairs in your project house, run up and down the goddamn stairs a few times. You feel me? Like, you could use anything to exercise, goddammit. You feel what I'm saying? Get with some exercise groups. If you on social media, well, look for some goddamn exercise groups. Look for some free exercise programs. All of that. Exchange intergenerational conversations on nutrition and health. Shift cultural attitudes to prioritize preventative care over reactionary health care. By addressing these systematic cultural factors, the black community can break the cycle of generational obesity. Obesity. Yeah, we're going to cover this again on part 2. Alright. Generational obesity and reclaim a future of better health, economic stability, and longevity. Eating vegan, holistic, or plant-based a solution to obesity in the black community. Adopting vegan, holistic, or plant-based diet can be a powerful solution for addressing obesity and improving overall health in the black community. However, effectiveness depends on access, education, or knowledge, and cultural adaptation. Benefits of vegan, holistic, and or plant-based diets for the black community. Natural weight management. Whole plant-based foods are lower in calories and unhealthy fats compared to processed and fast foods. Vegan and plant-based diets tend to be higher in fiber, which keeps you full longer and prevents overeating. Yeah, that's definitely true. I don't overeat at all. You know what I mean? Studies show plant-based diets reduce obesity rates and improve metabolism, reduce risk of chronic diseases. A plant-based diet can lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and decrease the risk of type 2 diabetes, conditions disproportionately affecting black people. Indigenous, copper tone, whatever have you. Foods like leafy greens, berries, and a lot of our elders know this, man. They just got rocked to sleep with a lot of this easy fucking microwavable meal. All of that was campaigned and sold to them too. It was all a campaign, the microwave meal, all of that type of shit like that. Faster meals, you feel me? The microwave, you feel me? Not cooking, you hear me? Why you gonna be in there slaving over the stove? Well, you know, grandma and them them not doing their gardens no more like back in the days. I'm talking about like, yeah, man, it's not just the young people or the in-betweens, it's the elders too. They been slipping and slacking and slipping too. You feel me? Foods like leafy greens, berries, beans, and whole grains naturally fight inflammation and support heart health. Eliminating processed meats, fried foods, and excess sugar can reverse some chronic illnesses. Well, it's a great start. Increased energy and mental clarity. Most black people struggle with fatigue and stress, which is often tied to poor diet. Whole plant-based foods provide more vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that improve energy levels and brain function. That's why I told y'all, brain food. Cultural and historical reconnection. Before colonialism and slavery, many African or indigenous diets were plant heavy, featuring yams, millet, greens, and legumes. Returning to ancestral eating patterns can help reduce black health sovereignty. Restore. Can help restore black health sovereignty. Movements like Afro-veganism promote plant-based eating while maintaining traditional flavors. And a lot of it's the seasoning too. A lot of y'all have seasoning salt instead of seasoning powder. It does make a difference. Yes, it does, because one is salt and one is powder, and one's gonna be way higher in sodium and one isn't. You see what I'm saying? So it does make a difference. Environmental and economic benefits. A holistic diet promotes sustainability, reducing dependency on the processed food industry. Growing food at home or supporting black-owned farmers and vegan businesses strengthens the community. Avoiding processed foods cuts medical costs in the long run. Avoiding processed foods cuts medical costs in the long run. You gonna pay now or you gonna pay fucking later. Challenges and concerns. Foods and desserts accessibility. Many black neighborhoods lack affordable fresh produce. I think a lot of black, what they call neighborhoods, need to start opening up their own farmers markets. Again, y'all do a lot. We do a lot of gossiping. We do a lot of all of these unhealthy festivals. Why don't people get together? You start your own fucking farmers market in your own neighborhood, in your own hood. All the little young gangbangers and hood dudes or whatever's in there, all of the other unproductive shit that be going on. Why not do something productive for yourself and have your own food source? You feel me? And then you can sell that to other people. You see what I'm saying? So there's revenue. Cultural adaptation. Many traditional meals include meat, making plant-based eating and adjustment. Misinformation. Some believe, not know, plant-based diets lack protein and are only for wealthier people, which that's just retarded. That's just stupid thinking. Solution. Culturally relevant, affordable plant-based eating. Focus on affordable plant-based staples like beans, rice, greens, and sweet potatoes. They can relate to that at least. And then again, it's the seasoning too. Throw away the seasoning sauce and that high sodium shit. Promote black vegan chefs, farmers, and educators who make plant-based eating culturally appealing. Y'all check out Yaki Awaken also. Encourage community gardens and urban farming to improve food access. Final verdict. A strong solution, if applied correctly, go vegan, holistic, or plant-based, is one of the most effective ways to combat obesity. One of the most effective ways to combat obesity. You could do a combination of all three. You see what I'm saying? You got three great options. Improve health and reclaim food sovereignty. However, for it to work, there must be what? Cultural adaptation, community education and or knowledge, and policy changes to make healthy food accessible and affordable. And not just policy change, it has to be a mental change, it has to be a lifestyle change, it has to be a moral compass change. You see what I'm saying? Okay, are most black people lactose intolerant? Yes, most black. I need you to really let this sink in. For all of you dairy eaters, all of you milk drinkers, all of you, people that just, you just gotta have your milk and your dairy and you feeding it to your children. You're feeding it star seeds. Most black people are lactose intolerant. Milk does not do a body good. I'm going to say it again. Milk does not do a melanated, indigenous, copper tone, black, Indian body good. Watch this. Studies show that 70, that is a big ass number, 70 to 80% of black Americans and 80 to 100% of people of African descent. So you may as well say, goddamn it, every goddamn body. Then the smaller, and that little small percent the motherfuckers gonna hold on to, that ain't big enough. They experience some levels of lactose intolerance. This means their bodies lack enough lactate, the enzyme needed to properly digest lactose, the sugar in the dietary products. That's the sugar, so it's still more sugar also. So that's what makes you inflamed. It brings your diabetes up. Them, they, those. You feel me? And again, and then we don't get into the cereals. That's what most of the people eat, cereals. You feel me? And they got dyes and red coloring and shit in it. So not only you got the dyes and the red coloring and shit in it, then you gonna pour the basically pus milk. Y'all go look up what milk looks like before it's pasteurized. Go look what it looked like. But why are most black people lactose intolerant? Genetic adaptation. Historically, many African or indigenous populations did not rely on dairy for nutrition. So see, that's shit and being colonized and motherfuckers selling shit. Their bodies do not develop a strong need for lactates after infancy. So this is why you must breastfeed, ladies, and you must have a non-acidic body. You must have an alkaline or a plant-based vegan and all three in order for you to even properly have the nutritions in your breast milk proper. You know what I'm saying? Global lactose intolerance trends. Lactose intolerance is common in non-European population. For example, East Asians, 90% are lactose intolerant. So see what I'm talking about? You got to get away from these fucking Europeans. You keep trying to eat what these motherfuckers eat. They sold you their diet. Look, what is that? The food chart the food pyramid is not even correct. That is a European's food pyramid, not a indigenous, copper tone or black food pyramid. Go look up an indigenous or black person's food pyramid, not the Europeans' food pyramid that they sold to us. This is what I'm saying. We have to get away from them. They are not, you love that they're not like us shit, but you still want to fuck with a lot of their Eurocentric ass ways. Indigenous Americans, 80 to 90% are lactose intolerant. So whatever you consider yourself to be, black, Indian, more what indigenous Americans, goddammit, 80 to 90% are lactose intolerant. Southern Europeans and Middle Easterns, 50% are lactose intolerant. Northern Europeans are only 10 to 15. That's only 10 to 15%. Now you notice from the indigenous to the East Indians, it's 80 to 90%, and the Northern Europeans is only 10 to 15%. That means you cannot eat that bullshit. Drink, eat, consume, what ingredients, any of that shit, that dairy shit. Simple as that. Only 10 to 15% are lactose intolerant due to their history of dairy farming. So these motherfuckers used to that shit. Dairy industry and misinformation. The U.S. food industry heavily promotes dairy as a necessary nutrition source. The U.S. food industry heavily promotes dairy as a necessary nutrition source, even though most black people struggle to digest it. Even though most black people struggle to digest it. Go look up my guy Milton Mills. He's a physicist and he's been vegan 40 years and will tell you don't need no goddamn. And a lot of y'all doing that powdered milk that clogs your children's arteries and shit. That powdered milk. You are supposed to breastfeed. Your body should be healthy enough to breastfeed. Symptoms of lactose intolerance: bloating. How many black people do you know go through that? Stomach pain and cramping. A lot of ladies, y'all go through a lot of that shit, and the bloating. Gas. A lot of motherfuckers, diarrhea, nausea. Alternative solutions: plant-based milk, almond, oat, soy, cashew, coconut, etc. There's mad different fucking milks other than some dumbass fucking dairy milk. Pus milk, that's what it is. It's pus milk. It's not dairy nothing. It's pus milk. Lactose-free dairy products. Fermented dairy. Some can tolerate yogurt and due to lower lactase levels. More plant-based calcium sources. Collard greens, kale, and make sure you wash your food. Almonds, they got almond milk. We said that, but yeah, sesame seeds, chia seeds. Final thought: since most black people are lactose intolerant, avoiding dairy can reduce digestive issues and improve overall health. Just letting go of the dairy, that right there can improve shit. This also supports the argument for plant-based diets in addressing health disparities in the black community. Physical effects of lactose intolerance in black people. Lactose intolerance occurs when the body does not produce enough lactase, the enzyme needed to digest lactose, the sugar in dairy. Because you're not supposed to be having sugar either. None of us. When lactose is not properly broken down, it can cause a range of physical effects, especially in the digestive system. Digestive issues, since undigested lactose ferments, which means sits and rots in the gut. It can lead to bloating, excess gas, and swelling in the stomach. This is what I was saying when I told people you got an inflamed stomach, you have inflamed intestines. Yeah, it's probably, man, look. Diarrhea, loose stools due to unabsorbed lactose, pulling water into the intestines. Gas, and flatulence. The fermentation of lactose by gut bacteria produce excess gas. Stomach pain and cramps. Intestinal irritation can cause sharp pain or discomfort. So imagine young girls finally go through their monthly and they try to figure out what's going on, and they've been drinking milk and dairy and shit, and the parents and motherfuckers feed it to them, and they like, well, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's the shit you feeding yourselves and your young youth. A lot of motherfuckers just don't be giving a fuck enough about your health, and then when something fucked up going wrong with you, then you want somebody to feel sympathy for you. Nausea and vomiting. Some people experience queasiness after consuming dairy. Chronic inflammation and gut issues. Regular dairy consumption, despite intolerance, can lead to chronic gut inflammation, making digestion of other foods harder. This is why that fupa is fat, honey. That fupa is congestion, and you need to detox. All my fellas with them big ass guts and shit, nigga, you need to detox. Stop listening to these women tell you that bullshit, that high blood pressure ass bullshit. Look, leaky gut syndrome. Damage to the intestinal lining can allow toxins to and undigested food particles into the bloodstream, leading to other health issues. Skin problem, acne, eczema. Dairy can trigger inflammation and worsen skin conditions. So when I be seeing people with I'm talking about crazy dry skin condition, yeah, you eat too much, you got a fucked up diet. It's simple. It's simple as shit. I got eczema, I got severe this. You eating too much dairy, your body is inflamed, your body is reacting to it, it does not want it, and you keep eating that shit, and your body is getting more and more and more pissed off, and hey. Okay. Acne and eczema. Oh yeah, hives and rashes. Some experience allergic reaction. I broke out of hives eating eggs. I did never ate eggs no more when I was a child. You feel me? It just took me one time. I don't gotta have 75 times for some shit. You know what I mean? Some experience allergic like reactions from dairy. Respiratory issues. Some people report increased mucus production. Asthma, which contributes to fucking asthma. Sinus congestion or asthma-like symptoms after consuming dairy. So if you want to help your child, I had asthma. My earth mother didn't know no fucking better because they did the best they could. No, they didn't. They didn't find out more. They didn't find out healthier lifestyle. No, they did not. That's why I had fucking asthma. Drinking either dairy was in ingredients or whatever. Bullshit. Inflamed and mucus filled shit. That's why I call it pus. Weight gain and metabolic issues. Many dairy products, especially cheese. Some of y'all love y'all cheese. They got vegan fucking cheese too. And you can make your own cheese, man. You can make your own cheese, man. And it's simple. Whole milk and ice cream are high in saturated. So y'all love y'all ice cream lovers. Y'all going to feed your children the ice cream and shit. Are high in saturated fat and contribute to obesity. Chronic bloating from lactose intolerance can be mistaken for weight gain or stubborn belly fat, which means that fupa shit. Chronic bloating from lactose intolerance can be mistaken for weight gain or stubborn belly fat. Henceforth, that fupa shit y'all be talking about. Get your diet in order. And fellas, stop co-signing that fupa bullshit. And ladies, stop letting them insult your intelligence, because they really just saying you fat. They love your fupa. Oh, they love your fat. They love you being fat then. Fatigue and brain fog. Chronic digestive distress can drain energy and cause brain fog, making people feel sluggish after consuming dairy. Misdiagnosis and over medication. Many black people experiencing symptoms of lactose intolerance are misdiagnosed with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or other conditions. But see, you have to know the knowledge. Many black people experiencing symptoms from lactose intolerance are misdiagnosed with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or other conditions. That's why you have to be on your shit, not just accepting what the fuck the doctor's telling you. This is why diet is important. This is why. Everybody keep talking about this generational wealth and being around long legend. but motherfucker don't want to do the things it takes to be long lasting and etc. Thrive. Instead of being advised to eliminate dairy, they are often given unnecessary medications instead of being advised to eliminate dairy. They are often given unnecessary medications. Conclusion: avoiding dairy equals better health. Conclusion: avoiding dairy equals better health. For many black people, removing or reducing dairy from the diet can eliminate digestive issues, improve skin health. People like, damn, your skin's so pretty, your melanin's so pretty. Yeah, because they're not eating bullshit. If you having acne problems, if you stop eating all that bullshit ass meat and get off that bullshit ass dairy and that pus. Because all of it's pus. The meat is pus. The dairy is pus. And majority, if not all, black people are lactose intolerant. You are not European. Keep on believing the shit that they selling to you. Keep on just going along with the go along. And then mother, why we got this disease? What? Because you keep eating shit that's not your shit. Go look up the real food pyramid. That food pyramid that they gave us, like everything else, is not our shit. That's their food pyramid, the Europeans and shit. Improve skin health, boost. I mean, it just is what it is. They know that. They know. I'm pretty sure they know that too. You feel me? So it should be offensive. We don't eat the shit y'all eat, and vice versa, more than likely, huh? Improve skin health, boost energy, and reduce inflammation. Switching to plant-based milk. So, man, what I'm gonna do about my milk? Switching to plant-based milk. There you go. And dairy alternatives can lead to significant physical and overall health improvements. All right, y'all. Here's another excellent show, man. This is another end of another conclusion of an excellent presentation. This is an important thing, a dire topic that needs to be talked about more. The obesity rates in the black indigenous community. Ladies, I know y'all don't like it. I know you feel like somebody picking on you, but black ladies, melanin, indigenous black women, y'all have a lot of y'all, them, they, those, have mama, nana, on down. You gotta tighten church people, whoever, spiritual, all y'all. We gotta tighten up on our goddamn diets. Real shit. We gotta watch out for the emotional eating. We have to pay attention and monitor the emotional eating habits. And stop camouflaging fucked up habits or bad habits or counterproductive habits with holidays and excuses. Let's take control of all layers of generational wealth with nutrition as well. Let's break all layers of generational curses with the nutrition. It starts with the nutrition because that affects everything else. That affects your behavior pattern, your brain clarity, all of that. It affects your digestion. It affects all of that. All of us, them, they, those. And you have to be the example. Yes, I know some are like, man, I could just eat what I want, but I'm going to feed my children or whoever else something different. No, you have to be the fucking example. This is why a lot of our elders are getting out of here faster. All of these bullshit ass eating habits. We're going to go into the drinking and alcohol soon, but we had to get to the basics. Milk does not do a fucking body good. Say it with me. Milk does not do a body good because it's lactose, and that means it is sugar. Lactose is sugar. That means it is fucking sugar. And think about it. If you put lactose, which is sugar, in cereal, that means you eating double sugar. You eating a bowl of sugar. You're eating a bowl of fucking sugar. Milk. Sugar, damn, wet. Sugar wet. Like real shit. We ain't even talking about the artificial dyes and all of that. which we know is there, but I'm just saying, if it's sugar in the cereal, lactose or lactose is sugar, that means that's double sugar. If you the type of person, I know some people that eat the fuck out of cereal. We're just feeding ourselves diabetes. A lot of us are not breaking these generational curses of the nutrition. And you want to make it because it's a celebration, or it's a holiday, or it's this, or it's that. You don't give a fuck about yourself. Some of y'all still out this bitch still eating McDonald's. My star. What the fuck? All these videos going around about that shit having human meat, rat feast, all that, and you motherfuckers still, a lot of y'all still eat that shit. Alright, gotta go. Cosmic Mind UV.